Today on the Boot Guy, we're talking about the Timberland Pro Linden 6-inch. So this Timberland Pro, this Linden 6-inch, this has an alloy toe, which I have to say, this boot is extremely lightweight. And I mean, it is, weight-wise, this thing is exceptionally light for a safety toe work boot. Now, there's all kinds of talk out there that the aluminum toe is so much lighter than the steel toe, and then there's composite toes and all that. Listen, it's not this that adds the weight to the boot. It's actually the materials that go into making the sole, the leathers, and everything else. And that's where Timberland really excelled when they made this boot. One, Timberland is using their freeze-proof PU sole on this boot, which is a real lightweight sole. There's a lot of air injected into this thing, so it's really, really bouncy, which makes this boot extremely comfortable. So the Linden has the anti-fatigue technology built into it. And what is anti-fatigue? Well, it just means that you're not going to get tired. It just means that it's going to have some return on every step. It's going to bounce back at you. You're going to feel great. And how do they accomplish that? Well, by using this outsole, and then they sandwich it in to this other PU material that's right here in the heel and the forefoot, so you get a little bit softer on that bounce. And then on the inside, they add their anti-fatigue insole. Now, Timberland is one of the few companies that builds an insole that's this thick that just fits naturally into the boot. Other companies have made thicker insoles, but they've had to take something away from the inside, the internal mechanism of the boot. They had to pull something out in order to fit a thicker insole. Timberland built their boot around this insole, and that sits in there really nicely. Now, the Linden is not marked waterproof, which kind of threw me for a loop. I thought a boot that's made from all these great materials, this type of leather, this PU stuff on the sides here, the way the heel cup is reinforced, I thought for sure this thing is waterproof, but nowhere can I find it marked waterproof. But that shouldn't discourage you from buying this boot. If you're looking for a lightweight safety shoe, the Linden 6-inch is definitely something you should be considering. Basically, because it fits really nicely into that lightweight safety toe category that you're going to find so many other brands are all trying to push something out there today. Timberland does a great job with their laces and their hardware. All of their eyelids are all finished off on the back end really nicely with a washer. And this top one, which is a pass-through and it's a speed lace, is also finished off through the back with a really nice washer. Now, when it comes to fitting the Linden on somebody's foot, I start right at their size. Whatever size boot they come in with, I take the size out of that boot and I bring them the exact same size in the Linden. Just because it gives me a really good starting point in order to understand how they're going to feel inside this boot. I've had really good luck with the mediums. The wides don't tend to be as wide as I would expect. It's not like some of the other brands, when they make a wide, you really know it's wide. But with that being said, please do not be discouraged from trying on this boot. So that's the Timberland Pro Linden 6-inch alloy toe. If you've ever worn this boot or any of the boots in the Timberland Pro line, please comment below. Let guys know which boots are working for you from Timberland and which boots aren't. Also, don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about this Timberland or any boot in the Timberland line, please email me. I've been selling Timberland for a really long time. It's got to be at least 15 years now I've been working with the brand. I pretty much got them down pat. I know a lot about them. So, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks for watching.
Pretty good.